Bitcoin is creating this huge symmetrical triangle on the 1 hour time frame. We can see a huge run up, and now we are seeing some sideways consolidation for Bitcoin happening. Today we will see a break to the top side or either the downside. So stay tuned for this video and I will tell you everything about it. We can also see a lot of interesting formations on different time frames, and I will discuss them later with you in this video. I will also discuss the two altcoins XRP and Solana with you, because they are also showing some interesting formations. But about that later in this video. So watch this video all the way to the end to be updated about the markets. Please give this video a like and let's dive right into the charts. On the 1 hour time frame we can see Bitcoin is creating this symmetrical triangle. We can see multiple touch points on the top side as resistance, and every time we touch this resistance on the top side we saw a big rejection. And also on the downside we saw this trendline support unfolding, because every time we touch this certain support on the downside we bounce back up as we saw here. And eventually this price is getting squeezed into this apex, and we will see a breakout later today. So this is going to be an epic breakout. And as we can see, we saw a huge run up all the way from the $56,000, and now we're seeing some sideways consolidation, and eventually later today we will either see a break to the top side or a break to the downside. So this could be a very bullish or bearish day. But eventually this symmetrical triangle is a bullish bias pattern because it's a continuation pattern, and we saw a bullish run up to this symmetrical triangle. Now we are seeing some consolidation, and if we continue the uptrend then we will see a bullish break to the top side and continue the higher prices. So yeah, let's see what's going to happen for Bitcoin in later today, and let me know in the comments what you think about this symmetrical triangle, if you're going to see a bullish or a bearish break. And if we then have a look at the 4 hour time frame, we can see Bitcoin is currently at this big resistance level, and yeah, we are seeing a little bit of a rejection because we can see multiple touch points in the past as resistance and support, and now yeah, Bitcoin is turning it into resistance again. And first we need to break this resistance, retest it as support, and then come further back up, and that would be very bullish if you ask me. But for now we can see a little bit of rejection, and maybe we need to have to aim for lower levels and maybe revisit this resistance again in the future. So this will be the first big resistance to break for Bitcoin on the 4 hour time frame, and that will be around the $65,000. But we can also see we created a higher high on the chart, and that is looking very bullish. So yeah, we can maybe create a new higher low, and that would also be very bullish, because then we can see a continuation of the uptrend, because we are seeing now a break of the downtrend. We saw a huge downtrend, and yeah, now we are creating a higher high, and after we create a higher low we can confirm the uptrend. So that's a beautiful thing to see. And yesterday the Bitcoin ETF saw another positive day of inflow, and BlackRock bought for more than $100 million, so that is insane of course, and they can't stop buying. And Grayscale sold a little bit of their Bitcoin holdings of course, and in total we saw an 84 million of inflows into the market, and that is a positive day for the Bitcoin ETFs again. So yeah, we're seeing now a spike to the top side again, and we're at the total of $16.6 billion, and eventually we want to see this $20 billion target getting hit soon, and that would of course be having a positive effect on the price of Bitcoin. But for now, yeah, the Bitcoin ETFs are buying in steadily, and on average since the start of the Bitcoin ETFs on 5th of January, we are seeing an average inflow of 128 million per day. So that is insane of course. Another interesting chart for Bitcoin to look at is this daily time frame. We can see Bitcoin broke out of this huge triangle on the daily time frame, which caused a very bullish break to the top side, and we eventually broke this downtrend, and we're now seeing some more bullish price action. And we can also see that Bitcoin broke a huge resistance area on the daily time frame, and now we're retesting this as support, as we can see here. So that is a very bullish thing to see, and we're flipping this resistance into support. So let's see if Bitcoin can hold this support and aim for higher targets, and that would be having a bullish effect of the price of Bitcoin of course. And eventually this breakout target for this triangle will be the top side of the triangle, and that will be confluent with almost the $72,000. And eventually the biggest resistance for Bitcoin will be around this level as well, and we need to break this level in order to become more bullish, and then we can maybe aim for new all-time highs. But as we can see, this resistance level is the biggest resistance level on the daily time frame. We can see multiple touch points in the past, and yeah, Bitcoin doesn't want to break this level, and every time we touch this resistance we got a big rejection to the downside. So let's see if Bitcoin can create maybe more upside from here, and eventually we want to see a revisit of this resistance area, force a breakout to the top side and retest the previous resistance as support, and then we can come further back up and create new all-time highs, and that would be very bullish. So I want to see the price of Bitcoin moving something like this, and then the overall sentiment will turn very bullish. And on my Twitter channel I have been talking about this huge daily formation. We can see a lot of support and resistance level for Bitcoin. We broke this downtrend and eventually we're now in an uptrend. So we can see we broke this resistance level, and now we are currently retesting it as support. So if this support is holding strong, we can aim for the next big resistance on the daily time frame, and that will be around the $67,000. So yeah, this could be the first big resistance for Bitcoin, and let's see if maybe the symmetrical triangle will break out today, and then we maybe can visit this resistance level there. And of course we want to see something similar like this happening, that we can continue the uptrend, and eventually we want to come back to this huge resistance area on the daily time frame and aim for all-time highs, and that would mean that the bull market is in full effect again. And on the weekly time frame, we still have this huge bull flag happening for Bitcoin. We can see a huge run up, and now we are already for a lot of weeks in this sideways consolidation. We've been in this pattern for since the beginning of March. So after this big run up, it's very healthy to see some sideways consolidation again. We can see multiple touch points on the top side as resistance, and every time we touched it, we saw a big rejection. But also when we touched the lower side support, we saw a big run up to the top side again. And 2 weeks ago, we came back to this support area, but we saw a big bounce. So let's see if Bitcoin can create more bullish price action from here, reach this resistance area on the top side again. And then we want to see that Bitcoin is forcing a breakout to the top side and continue the uptrend. And that would be having a very bullish effect on the price of Bitcoin. And this bull flag formation has a breakout target of $108,000. So that is an insane target. But for now, we are still in this bull flag formation, so let's see if Bitcoin can revisit this topside resistance and force a break to the top side. This would mean that we are seeing a continuation of the bullish trend, and it would look a little bit like this. And we have to be a little bit patient if this is going to happen. And one of the biggest trending altcoins of the last couple of days was XRP. XRP broke out of this huge falling wedge to the downside. We can see multiple touch points on the top side as resistance and also on the downside as support. And eventually this price was getting squeezed into this apex, and we saw a bullish break. So after this huge downtrend, we see now an uptrend for XRP, and that's exactly what we wanted to see. And the breakout target of this formation was the top side of the formation, but it didn't get reached yet. So the breakout target was at 65 cents, but we only came to almost the 64 cents. So actually this breakout target is not getting reached. But if we then have a look at the weekly time frame, we can see XRP was also in this huge consolidation pattern on the weekly time frame. We can see multiple touch points on the top side as resistance and multiple touch points on the downside as support. We are seeing a huge rejection from this weekly resistance, and of course it's nothing to worry about, because this huge resistance area is a little bit too strong for now, and we are now seeing that the consolidation is going to continue. But eventually XRP has to break out, and we are either way going to see a bullish break or we are going to see a bearish break. So let me know in the comments what you think about XRP, and I'm still very bullish about XRP in the long term. And I think that XRP is going to maybe $2 in the next coming bull cycle. But for now we have to be a little bit patient that this huge consolidation phase on the weekly time frame is eventually going to see a break. We see a big rejection on the resistance area, and eventually we want to see something similar like this. Break the top side of the resistance, confirm the breakout, and retest the previous resistance as support, and then come further back up. And the bear scenario could be that we're going to see a break to the downside, retest the previous support as resistance, and then come further back down. But either way, I want to see this bullish scenario playing out, of course, and that we're going to see new all-time highs for XRP in this coming bull cycle. And another interesting altcoin that is showing some interesting formations is Solana. We can see Solana came at this huge resistance area, but after that we saw a huge gain, and we broke the resistance, and currently we are seeing multiple touch points as support here. We can see multiple touch points as support. We can see 5 touch points, and every time we touch the support we saw Solana shooting back to the top side. This support and resistance area is very strong for Solana, and we can also see a huge downward sloping resistance line on the top side, and that means that this resistance is also very strong for Solana. And we are almost back at this resistance area, so we want to see that Solana maybe can force a break to the top side, retest this as resistance as support, and then come further back up, and that would be a very bullish break. But it could also happen for the couple of weeks that we're going to see a more sideways consolidation, and this is going to be having a massive breakout for Solana. And but for now we have to be a little bit patient. So I hope you find this video useful. Give this video a like and follow me on my socials, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.